shit up, savage.
I don't want to see how the sausage is made. Oh my God, dog. Double homicide.
Double homicide.
Supreme Pirates. That's hella funny. Add some more. I like cheese. Oh, I'm completely traumatized. Like, what is this feta cheese shit right here coming out of this nigga's back? That is fire. This shit good, bro.
Alright, so what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Chef Junie's TV. Today we got another episode of In the Kitchen, where I'll bring you simple and easy recipes for you to try it on the comfort of your own home. On today's episode, as you guys can see, I got the homie DJ HED, guardian of the West Coast. He up in here with me. We about to get busy. We got some live lobsters.
Bro, they alive.
They're alive. We're gonna call this the PPP Special.
Yeah, this is West and this is Coast.
West and Coast. You know? I know y'all been getting to y'all bag with that PPP, so this is the big boy special. We got the PPP Special going on, and we about to get busy. So.
That's fucked up that they alive.
I mean,
that's fucked up.
As fresh.
What's about to happen to them?
Well, I ain't a killer, but I'm gonna let you cook them.
It's whatever.
I'm gonna let you
Dump tank.
Dump tank. So what I got for you today, I got some all-purpose spice.
Yeah, I need this.
That's what we're gonna use. I got my cutting board.
Oh, it's vegan too?
Yes, everything.
Okay.
Vegan.
I'm not vegan, but I know some girls that, you know.
Just some marketing boy.
Yeah.
We got the cutting board for you.
This shit fire.
And then we also got the knife I told y'all about a few weeks ago. Chef Junie.
This shit is hard, bruh. Look at this. Look at this knife. Like, I know some homies that's doing some time right now that could really use some shit like that.
They can do some damage with these. These are 67 layers of steel that they fold and press together, hand forged. The blade, the handle is handmade. So each knife is gonna look a little bit different because it's handmade. Everything's handmade. And the balance, to know you have a good knife is the balance on the knife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's a perfect balance.
Blade away from me.
Yeah. It's a perfect balance between the blade and the handle.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Got you.
You know, so
this is heavy too. Like it got heft and girth to it.
Right. Pause. A lot of people don't really know how to hold the knife. The proper way to hold the knife is to hold it by the blade and the handle.
Like this?
Yeah, that's why you got a proper balance of it.
Wait, where do I put my finger?
You kind of just put
like
it
this.
down.
Oh, like this. Yeah. So when y'all doing the thing real fast,
I'm gonna show you how to do that.
I can't do that. Look, you see this piece of finger? See this piece of my finger that's missing right here? It's fucking with knives. See that piece of finger missing?
Right. Oh, right there. I got see that piece of finger missing right there.
I don't want to bleed all over the lobsters.
No, I'm gonna show you the proper way to use a knife.
I'm trying to eat these motherfuckers. So we're gonna put them in boiling water, right? So they cook. They die while.
Right.
Damn.
But lobsters don't have a nervous system, so they don't feel the pain.
Oh.
That's what I tell myself to feel better. So.
Fine. All right. So you can't just bust them in the head.
I mean, there's two ways to humanely do it. We could dump it in the boiling water, or we could just take the knife and stab them right down the back. I don't know, they say that's more humanely than water.
Ooh, I don't do that.
You could do that.
No. Okay. Let's do the water.
All right, the water.
That shit sounds crazy.
Oh, he mad now. He knows what's about to happen.
But he done seen a lot of his homies go down.
He angry. Y'all ain't about to take me out. We got some shrimp. We're gonna stuff them with some shrimp. Okay. Right? We got some colossal lump crab. This ain't the cheap crab, it's the colossal big pieces of crab, colossal crab. It ain't like the little shredded up stuff. You know, the throwaway stuff. This is the PPP special. So we gotta get the real stuff, Big boy. We got some butter, some flour, some breadcrumbs. Of course, we got the Chef Junie seasoning that we gonna add up in there. And we got some garnishes over here. So we're gonna make a sauce. We're gonna throw all these ingredients in the sauce. We're gonna throw it back in the lobster. We're gonna throw it in the oven. They're gonna die as soon as they get in the water. They might scream.
They gonna scream?
They say they say it's screaming, but it's not screaming.
Bro, I thought you said they don't feel it.
They don't feel it. They're not screaming. People say they scream. It's just the steam releasing from their shell. that sounds like they screaming.
Oh my God.
Right.
This is crazy. All right, let's go.
So we're gonna go up to the stove. I'm gonna let DJ HED put them in the water, and they're gonna cook for about 10 minutes. We're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna cook them all the way because we got to throw them back in the oven. So we're gonna cook for about 10 minutes and pull them out the water and dunk them in the ice bath.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we back over at the stove now. We got a pot of boiling water right here that we're gonna dump these lobsters in. This is the, as you guys know, the 10,000 subscriber special. I know I said I was gonna get the 15, 20 pound lobster, but everything was sold out. I don't know when they're gonna be back in stock. So I got the next best thing. I went to Chinatown and got some fresh lobsters. You can't get no fresher than this. These are about 1.5 pounds each, and the cooking time on lobsters is about 10 minutes per pound. And these are 1.5 pounds. So we only gonna do 10 minutes because we don't want to cook them all the way. Like I said, we're gonna throw them back in the oven, and we don't want to overcook the lobsters. So I'm gonna go ahead and let DJ HED do the honors and go ahead and cook these lobsters because I ain't a killer.
All right, here we go. This is fucked up.
There we go. That's Wes.
This is Wes.
Wes is going in the pot right now.
Wes is going in.
All right, the homie Coach about to come in too.
All right, here come Coach.
Make some room.
Here come Coach. Damn. Double homicide.
Double on the side. All right. So we're gonna let those cook for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna pull them off, and then we're gonna dump them in the ice bath. What that's gonna do is gonna instantly stop the cooking process. So while those lobsters are over here cooking, because they're nice and dead now.
Okay.
So while they're over there cooking, we're gonna get some garnishes ready.
Okay.
You know, make the plate look pretty after we plate it all together, right? So what we got here is some chives, right? Just like the little cousins of green onions.
Okay.
Right, so just some chives right here. We're just gonna cut these up a little bit. You wanna cut?
I mean, I could try, but let me see. So.
Want me to give you a demonstration first?
Yeah.
So what we gonna do is, all right, we're gonna hold our knife. I'll show you how to hold the knife.
Yeah, I got you.
Hold the blade, right? And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do a rocking motion on them. Rocking, right? Tuck all your fingers back, and you can't cut your finger if you use your knuckles as a blade. And you just drag your hand backwards a little bit as you go. Right. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and try it. You ain't got no insurance, so cut at your own risk. Yeah, that's close enough. All right. The parsley might be a little bit easier. I'll show you how to do the parsley.
Okay.
All right. I'll finish cut these.
You fucking this up.
So I recently seen that you said chivalry was stupid.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you on that.
Chivalry is stupid because people just do it and they don't actually know anything about it or where it comes from or why it exists. None of They don't know the history behind it, nothing.
There we go. I mean, you got most of it on the
My thought process behind it was the chivalry is dumb. Also, it's sexist.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like
Chivalry is by definition sexist because you're literally treating someone different because they're a different gender than you.
Right. But I like how
just sexism has a negative connotation.
Right.
And if we just bust it down to just definitions and numbers and words, by definition, chivalry is sexist.
Right.
That's why I fuck with it.
I feel like I don't want to get canceled.
It's just that as I've aged, I gotten older and I start having my own thought process. I'm like, wait, this shit don't make sense. Same reason I don't go to church anymore. It's just because my mom would always teach me, like, when we didn't have enough gas money to go to church, like, we'd be like, oh, we can have church in the living room because we're 2 or more gathered, we can have church.
Exactly.
So why are we going to this building
every
week? then that's when, you know, I talk to different spiritual people and they start explaining to me, well, it's like a hospital for, you know, your spirit. You go and you know, and I'm like, well, what if I don't be just going to the doctor every week?
Right. Yeah.
So
I go to the doctor when something's wrong.
When something is wrong.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Exactly.
So then they were like, well, it's the fellowship amongst people, it's the motivated. I would say, well, I'm intrinsically motivated.
Right.
I get up every day, I go hard. I don't need a gym partner. I don't believe in personal trainers, like to work out, to motivate me to work out. Nutritionists are different.
Right.
But I don't need anybody to force me to do what I need to do.
Right.
So therefore, it's redundant to me. So that all was a whole bunch of thought processes that I had jumbled into that.
Perfect. I feel the same way. Like, I grew up in church, I went to Catholic schools, but when I start doing my own thinking, I'm like, what? Especially these mega churches.
Yeah.
You got these mega churches, pastors riding around in Bentleys and having $1 million homes, and then the little old lady giving her last $5, don't know how she gonna eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they taking it. So I'm like, the whole thought process. And I mean, I do the chivalry stuff for my girl because she like it, but it still don't make no sense. Like, I'm gonna walk on this side of the road, because if a car hit me.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm okay as long as you admit that it just makes you feel better.
Right.
Don't try to make it utility.
Right.
Don't try to make it be like, well, the knife is sharp because it's pretty. No, the knife is sharp to cut.
Right.
Don't try to apply that same ideology to chivalry.
Right.
Just say you like it, like flowers. I think flowers are stupid.
Right.
I didn't buy flowers for a woman until I was like 27 years old because I felt like it's dumb. So I got the girl brake pads. You know what I'm saying? Because it just made sense to me, right?
Yeah.
But then she's like, well, now it's like, well, they just make me happy. Okay, say that.
Right.
But don't try to act like it's something when it's not.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. My girl loves flowers, so I get her flowers.
Yeah, get your flower. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But don't say, oh, it's because it increases the oxygen flow in the house. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
We about to head over there and get these lobsters off. Alrighty. These lobsters are, you see now they got bright red color?
yeah.
Now is the time you can use the tongs,
Okay.
right? So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna dump them, it's called shock. So this is what we call blanching, where we just cook them, par cook them, and then we're gonna shock them. We're gonna stop the cooking instantaneously, all right?
Okay.
So we're just gonna take these out and put it in the ice water.
Okay. Which one you want me to pull out first, west or coast?
Pull out coast first.
Pull out coast
Yeah.
first.
Is they still alive?
All right. Just drop them in.
Put them in there. All right, so we're gonna let those cool off a little bit. While those are cooling off, we can actually go over to the stove and start making the sauce.
Oh,
So what
okay.
we're gonna do first, we're gonna cook the shrimp, and in the same pan we cook the shrimp in, we're gonna make the sauce.
Okay.
We're gonna add all the meats back to the sauce, and then stuff the lobster and throw it in the oven.
Wow.
When we
Okay.
open up these lobsters, we're gonna pull out the lobster meat. It's gonna be like some nasty looking stuff in there. We're gonna clean all that out. It's gonna have a lot more room to stuff in there.
Gotcha.
So that's why we're gonna add the crab and the shrimp and all that good
Okay.
stuff, all right? So we're gonna head back over to the stove and we're gonna get busy on this sauce, all right? All right, so now we're back over at the stove. We got our shrimp. We're gonna cook these shrimp off first.
The shrimp are already dead.
The shrimp are already dead. But we not, just like the lobster, we ain't gonna cook these all the way. They're already peeled and deveined. We probably should have took the tails off, but we can do that later. We're gonna go ahead and cook these shrimp, maybe about 3 minutes on each side. And then after we take the shrimp off, we're gonna add our butter. We're gonna make a roux with some flour, add some seasonings, add some of the heavy cream, and we're gonna make a nice little sauce out of this, all right? So I'm gonna let Head do the cooking. Head said he don't do a lot of cooking, so.
I don't know how to cook at all.
Right.
Like nothing. So
We gonna go make sure when he go home and he have his lady over and he gonna like, I know how to make this lobster dish, that's gonna be fire.
that ain't happening. So what do I do?
So we're gonna start with some olive oil, right? We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna add it to the pot. Maybe not like that. The Chef Junie all-purpose seasoning don't have a lot of salt in it.
Okay.
So I tell people to add a little bit of salt to their dish. We're gonna add a little bit of salt to the shrimp. Like I said, it's not salty, it's real flavorful. Get the Salt Bay on. And there we go.
That's another one more.
Give it a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna let them cook for a couple minutes. And I flip that one over.
I just shake them.
There we go.
And they flip on their own.
Right. Alright, so those are pretty much done. You can add them to the bowl over there. our butter.
The whole thing?
Yep. We're gonna get some of that flavor up off the bottom of that pan. This is called a bechamel sauce.
A what?
A bechamel.
Bechamel.
Yeah. So it's a milk-based sauce. There's 4 other sauces. We got the velouté, which is like a stock type sauce. We got a bechamel, which you can turn into a cheese sauce for mac and cheese, or Alfredo sauce.
They call it, is that roux? Is that what that's?
What we're making first is the roux.
Okay.
So the roux is the base of every sauce.
Okay.
Right, so now we can add our flour.
Just dump it in.
Then we're gonna take our whisk and just incorporate everything together. There we go, yeah. All right.
Supreme Pirates. That's hella funny.
So we're gonna add about half of it now, and we're gonna incorporate it.
Whisk?
Yeah, you're gonna whisk it, and you're gonna see how thick it gets with that flour and that butter. And it's gonna thicken up a little bit more.
Add some more. I like cheese.
Oh, you like cheese?
I love cheese.
So now we're gonna add our shrimp back to that pot. Get all them juices from the shrimp in there. We're gonna add our crab. And we don't want to really break up that crab too much. Yeah.
Get it on the sauce.
Right. All right, so now we got the sauce ready. We're gonna go work on these lobsters a little bit, all right? So which one you want? You want west or you want coast?
Give me west.
You want west, okay. Go ahead, put that on your cutting board like that.
Oh my goodness. this is crazy.
All right. So what you're gonna do is, you see this line right there down the back of the lobster?
Yeah, I'm really dreading this part.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is the part I really am not looking forward to at all.
So we're gonna take our knife. Right?
Oh my God. Right here?
Right? Yeah, right there.
Oh
right.
my God.
So we're gonna go ahead and just...
Oh hell no, I'm not doing that. Did you see that shit?
See if you get a close up on this.
Oh.
Just go straight there, go for it. There we go, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so yours didn't do it like mine, huh?
Oh, come on, bruh. This is gross. I don't want to see how the sausage is made. That shit nasty, bro.
All right, there we go. Go just.
Oh, come on.
All the way back.
Is it gonna keep gushing?
I mean, a little bit. There we go. This, you can see how good this knife is.
This knife is crazy.
So we're gonna make sure we go all the way through. Okay, there we go. Now bring your knife back out a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna flip it around. You see how the cutting board got the nice juice guide, and you know, so the juices ain't
Bro,
coming
how
out.
are you not tripping off of this shit, bro?
And then we're just gonna go straight between the eyes.
Oh!
Straight between the eyes.
Oh my God, dog.
Remember I said we're gonna have all this stuff we gotta clean up. I gave you a warning.
That shit nasty, bro. That's nasty as fuck, bro. Oh. Oh. That's nasty. I'm not, oh hell no.
All that is like, you know.
You want me to touch that shit?
We gotta clean it up. So we're gonna take the lobster tail meat, we're gonna take that out. All right.
I'm going vegan, dog.
You go ahead and put that in the ice water for now.
This is crazy.
Yeah. That's actually a delicacy.
No, it's
People
not.
actually eat that. Yeah.
No, this is not a delicacy.
Yeah. If I was making a lobster dish, I would actually cut open the lobster first and take all that stuff off and add it to the sauce. Yeah.
All right, so what do you want me to do? Just reach in there?
Yeah, just reach in there and pull it out. Go ahead and add it to the ice water. It's not that bad, right?
That part, yeah, but this?
All right, so
this is disgusting.
Actually, what we can do is we can take it over to the sink and just rinse all this stuff out.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Pressure wash.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that. Bruh, this is disgusting, bruh.
Traumatized?
Oh, I'm completely traumatized. Like, what is this feta cheese shit right here coming out of this nigga's back?
You got the hang of it. You sure you're not a professional? I think you did it before.
Hell no.
That's you getting payback for killing them.
Like, I could do this with water. But if we was just over there, like, just doing this, nah, this ain't it, champ.
All right, so now we got all that nasty stuff up out of here. We got our lobster. This is the lobster meat that came out of here. We're just gonna cut these up into some nice chunks. There we go. And just add that all up in there. We get our lobsters back on the cutting board, so we can start stuffing them. And we're just gonna stuff this like that up in there. Like I said, we got that cavity right there to have all that nasty stuff in there. That way we can stuff more stuff up in here. Why are you so protective over the West Coast and the West Coast music?
It came from because, like, I didn't really have an affinity like that for the West Coast until I think I started getting into the business. And then on my come up, I saw how hard it was for us out here, like as far as musically. And the industry, I felt like don't respect us musically, and I still feel like that. So that's where the chip on my shoulder comes from, and that's why I'm unapologetic about how boisterous I am about, you know, our shit. I don't feel like we get our just due when it comes to these award shows. I don't feel like people pay attention to us, not pay attention, I'm sorry, but I don't think people grade us on the same scale that they grade other regions.
Right.
But I mean, a lot of people feel like that about their region.
Yeah, but I feel like, cause when I remember growing up, I always heard like, oh, West Coast Wednesday. And even as a kid, I'm like, it should be West Coast music all day, every day. Like when I go to New York, I don't hear a New York Thursday.
Yeah.
Down South Saturdays.
I think it's just because it's the W. It just rhymes. I mean, it just flows.
Right.
I don't think it's anything other than that. But for the most part, I think that when it comes to the music business and the music industry, I just don't feel like they respect us.
Why do you think that is?
Just look at different things. When the lists come out at the end of the year, when the award shows.
No, I'm saying, why do you think that they don't respect West Coast music like that?
I think because we don't have a history of emceeing the way other people do. Like we have our shit is gangster rap. It is what it is, right? We founded gangster rap. We embody gangster rap on the West, right? But then when you go to other regions, you got the New York, that's the MCs and that's the rhymers or whatever you want to call them, right? And then when you go to the South, they got the sound, certain things like that. So I think like out here, because gangster rap has become our stigma.
Have a negative connotation.
It has a negative connotation to it. And then also I feel like the 90s had a lot to do with that too. The 90s Death Row era obviously deterred a lot of people away from fucking with us in the industry, right? That being said, I think that's what kind of like started this little segregation or divide us from the industry. But then also, after the Death Row era, the industry packed up and got up out of LA. They left LA, they left the West Coast. A couple of labels stayed here, Capitol was one, because they obviously building this here, but they packed up and left, and that's what I call no man's land. Like, right after, I would say, Game and Dr. Dre run, before the New Boys. So you're talking like this 2000, right in the hyphy era, like you're talking about like right in that little pocket, there was some dead out here. With no resources, with nobody doing no music like that. The biggest shows you could get was either you doing Hollywood stuff, or we was in Long Beach at the Copacabana. At the Copacabana doing shows. Like people having full out radio records. So that's kind of like where that comes from, that mentality.
And what got you into like the music industry and being a DJ and homegrown radio and all that?
Really, I just always wanted to be on the radio, and so I went to Cerritos College over there in Norwalk. And as I'm in Cerritos College, I'm like, yo, I want to be on the radio. So I went and signed up for radio broadcasting, and I took the classes, went to school for it, and then as time progressed, my show got bigger and bigger and bigger at the college. And then just put it right here.
Yeah, just put it on there.
And then as my show got bigger and bigger and bigger, artists and different people wanted to get on my show. So shout out to Pooh. He was managing, you know, G Malone at the time, Glasses, and he was like, I want to get my artist G Malone on your show. He, you know, we would be like Wall Street. Ooh, I'm like, yeah. So they came on the show, and then Pooh kind of convinced me to fuck with them and hang out. And so like I eventually became a part of their team. And then after that, we went and got record deals. Shit just kind of blew up.
What made you want to be on the radio?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think what it is I think I'm a content creator, but this is 2005. Like content creator wasn't a thing.
Right.
You know, YouTube wasn't really like a thing like that.
Right.
So because content creation wasn't really a thing like that, I think I just chose radio as the medium for my content.
Okay.
Plus, I grew up wanting to be like Julio G.
Right.
And Big Boy and.
Man, you got a Theo vibe to you. No, I feel the same way because like when I was growing up, I always wanted to be on the Food Network.
Oh,
like I used to watch all the shows. Like I want to do Triple D where they go around.
Drivers and dimes.
Right. I wanted to have my own cooking show. I wanted to do all that, and I'm like, I got to a point where like, realistically, I probably won't make it on the Food Network, but we have this platform called YouTube.
Facts.
I can create my own network.
Yep.
That's why I call my channel Chef Junie's TV. Because I can do everything.
Yep.
Like I got a segment called In the Streets where I literally go around the streets of LA and just try out different foods. You know, that's the play on Triple D.
Yeah.
Right? And then I got my own cooking show like Bobby Flay or Down Home with the Nitties. Like I got my own network where I can do whatever I want to do on there. That's kind of why I named it Chef Junie's TV instead of like Chef Junie's Recipes or something like that.
Gotcha.
Right? So we added the breadcrumbs to that. And what that's gonna do is add a nice little punch to it, different texture. We're just gonna throw this in the oven, 450 degrees for about 15 minutes, all right? Okay. All the rest of that shrimp and lobster's gonna cook through, and it's just gonna be ready to serve, all right? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these in the oven, 15, 20 minutes, and we'll see y'all when we pull these out the oven, all right? What was your like most memorable, don't plug your shit moment?
Cardi B.
Cardi B? Yeah. Why is that one?
Cause Cardi, she was just caught off, like she was just like, the look on her face is what made it go viral, like that. And like, I think Cardi is just, people don't expect you to do certain things.
Right.
So, I mean, the don't plug your shit, I stopped doing it, cause that was something I started doing in like 2016 or 17 or something like that. And I stopped doing it because it became like, everybody was like, do the thing.
Right.
And I was like, bro, that's not
how it
it's just some funny shit I started doing. And then Salas was like, you need to start doing it with celebrities.
Right.
So I'm like, all right. So I started doing it to celebrities and it became a thing.
You recently mentioned you're gonna stop going live because it's the weirdos on your live.
And it just got out of hand, bro. Like, it just be weirdos. Like, I don't know if I got joke on my forehead or something, but dude had his ass out.
For real? Just ass out?
Just had his ass out on the live. I just want to go on record and say we need better gun laws in this country.
Right.
That's it. West Coast.
West Coast. Well, on that note, get ready. So I'm gonna take one of these lobsters. We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna take the other lobster. We're gonna do it like that. Right?
Okay.
And we got our chives that we cut up. Sprinkle a little bit of chives on there like that. Sprinkle a little bit of green onion on there. I mean, not green onion, parsley. Add a little bit of color, a little bit of pop to that. So all about plating is all about creating height and adding color.
Creating height.
Right, creating height and adding color. Just saute on, here we go.
Height and color.
Height and color.
Okay.
Like a 5-star chef made that one.
What's the difference between a 2-star and a 5-star chef?
The price. There you have it, everybody. Chef Junie's Cajun stuffed lobster. You know, we got the shrimp in there, we got the colossal king crab, we got that lobster meat, we got these claws that we still gotta break into. This is gonna be a delicious meal. I'm gonna let Head try it out first.
Hell yeah.
And we gonna go from there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's still nice and creamy from that sauce.
Yeah.
You got that sweetness from the lobster.
Yeah, I do taste this. Like it's a little. Like a hint.
Yeah. Got your savory flavors from the Chef Junie seasoning.
That is fire. This is good, bro.
You say you eat this whole thing by yourself, all of this?
All of it.
As you guys know, this is not a mukbang channel, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this off the cameras. But if you made it to this part of the video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, right? Hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. I wanna say thank you for coming out. I really appreciate this. This is like monumental. It's got like the biggest West Coast DJ that, you know, got the most epic interviews, and I got to interview him. I was a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie. I forgot some of my questions, but I just want to say thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Let me know if you want to order some of this next time.
Yeah, I need 3 of them.
3 of them. All right. We're going to finish this off camera. I'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.